So you want to live the WallStreetBets life, or at least lurk around there till you take the plunge. Well, you're going to want to know the lingo. I can't say I authentically live the WallStreetBets life, but Bloomberg cross-asset reporter Eric Lem has been following the story and is going to help me fill in the blanks to terms you'll probably see on the subreddit. Okay, let's start with the basics. What about stonks?
The word stonks is a reference to the reaction meme you might have seen on the internet, referencing this photo of Stonks Man staring off into the distance while looking at a graphic of basically the stock market. Stonks is a misspelling of the word stocks, and it's basically a bit of a catch-all reference for bad or misinformed financial trades.
Okay, now let's do the acronyms. WSB YOLO.
WSB YOLO is a combination of two acronyms. The first WSB is, of course, WallStreetBets, and YOLO is you only live once. When combined together, it's basically a bit of a rallying cry for people who are taking a big bet and kind of giving themselves that self-affirmation.
Okay, what about BTFD?
Buy the dip, another rallying cry for investors in the forum to buy the stocks when they're dropping because you're expecting them to come back again.
Okay, let's move on to emojis. Diamond hands and paper hands. Let's go.
Yeah, these are two terms that are kind of used together. The first is reference to diamond hands. So the idea is that you are a hardcore investor holding on with a diamond-like grip to your investments. Even when you think the market is going the wrong way or the market is telling you to sell, you are hanging on. Conversely, weak hands or paper hands, that's a reference to investors who basically have weak hands that are not hanging on like the true believers are. So when you encounter them, it's kind of one or the other, but they make sense collectively.
And candies.
It's basically a reference to chicken tenders, which itself is a reference to the profits or gains that you're expecting at the end of your hard-earned investments. The reference to this actually has been around for a while on the internet. The trope of a adult male living in their mother's basement and demanding chicken tenders for dinner. You could say something like, I've got diamond hands and I'm hanging on for my tendies.
Okay, this one low-key might be one of my favorites because it sounds like a Jersey Shore reference. It's J-Pow.
J-Pow. Now, this one is actually a reference to a person. That's Jerome Powell. He is the chair of the U.S. Federal Reserve, and he's an important character in the forum because the Federal Reserve is responsible for the massive amount of stimulus that's been flooded into markets over the past year during the COVID pandemic to help support the economy and help keep markets going. And as a result, it's also led to a lot of cash in the market and spurred on some of the investments that we've seen.
Bonus round. Do you think Janet Yellen's going to get a WSB nickname like J-Pow's?
I do not want to be responsible for the start of an internet meme, so...
Yellen? J. Yellen? Yellen?
Yellen with Yellen, maybe?
Thank you again to Bloomberg's cross-asset reporter Eric Lam.
Thanks. This is fun.
That's the hot take. Thanks for watching.